Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got a fantastic collection from our friend at Crafter's Companion. This is the Sunflower collection. Got a beautiful paper pad, vellum, and a really adorable die set. And here on the Center Steps card, I've used the paper and the die set. I've got a great vellum card to show you. So come back and play with us. So let's take a look at this beautiful paper pad. There are 36 sheets of paper, and there are of course multiples of each one. So let's take a look at this. They're double-sided. Gorgeous, gorgeous sunflowers. I'm going to try to skip the doubles if I can. Look at that one with the borders. Look, oh, gorgeous. And I love sunflowers because they are firmly in Oregon a summer flower, but they really do take us right into fall. And gorgeous. Look at that background. So beautiful. And oh, love that one. So the papers are just a really nice collection of what I would call summer papers, and then you get into other ones that are a little darker, a little more of those fall tones, which are beautiful. And look at the greens. Love that. And we've even got some sort of lavender with pinks. Gorgeous. And then we're ending here with really beautiful blues and greens. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's take a look also at the vellum. There's 24 pieces of vellum here. And they are 8 by 8. Look at that. And I'm going to try to not do doubles on these. They're the same patterns as in the paper. Look, oh, love these. Look at that yellow pop. Okay, oh, look at this green. And this one, oh, that's a beautiful color. Peaches and browns and rusts in that one. And then there's the one that's kind of lavender and pink. Gorgeous. And then we've got our die set. Here is the die set, which on this there's 8 pieces. So you get 2 sizes of the sunflowers, 2 sizes of the centers, 2 sizes of leaves, and then you got 2 different sprigs right there. So cute. Right, so let's get into, here are a couple of quick and easy cards. Oh, you know what? I had pulled out some papers that I wanted to show you, and I think I left them in this box. I did, so I'm going to grab them out here. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. Found them. All right, so this is a really quick and easy card, and I wanted to show you. I'm going to grab the paper here that I used, the one that I just took out of the paper pack, and show you how I use these. Wow, what a mess. Okay, here we go. So it's this one right here with the 2 borders on it. So I took the top border with sort of peach on it, and I covered my 6.5 by 5 inch card, okay? And then I have this really sweet little stamp right here that's buried under the papers that I just had. And it is the Floral Greetings stamp set from Hot Off the Press. And I use these pretty much exclusively for my greetings on these cards. So this is a really nice set just to add to your stash. And then along the top and the bottom, I used some fancy Border Dazzle stickers in the primary color. So we've got this one and this one. And then a really sweet gingham bow right there from our gingham bow set in a really pretty yellow. Now another idea for a quick and easy card, a slimline card, 3.5 by 8. And for this one, I used, which way did I go here to find my direction? I don't think I used this one. I think I'm fooling myself. Let's see if I can find, oh no, here it is. It's just upside down. So this one, I just took the card and I placed it right here and used this portion. And look how it just fills up based on that card. And in the paper pad, it's actually going this direction. So definitely take them out, turn them around, find the areas you want to see. And then this would also make a beautiful card. You could easily get 4 cards from this one sheet. Beautiful. Stamped my little greeting in brown there and added a couple of little, I'm loving these really gold studs from Hunky Dory. They're in 3 different sizes, and they're just beautiful, and gold is so popular right now. I just feel like they're just the right amount of sparkle to add. And of course, I'm inking the edges of my projects using brown ink, which is just my favorite brown, Roasted Coffee. Just take the surface of the ink pad, just going right around the edges of those cards, making sure to really get the edges, the corners there. All right, and let's see. Oh yeah, this one. I'm using the vellum on this one. So this is a 6x6 card. I'm going to put this vellum sheet right here. This is the one I used. So how I use this, first of all, this is the paper that I used. This one has got this beautiful wreath, okay, in the center here, opened. So for this one, I find my orientation here. Which direction did I use? It was this one. So I covered my card, my 6x6 card, using the corner of this paper. And then I used a circle cutting die. And because this is a 6x6 card, I just opened this right up. This is how it looked to start with. And it just went right through my machine, no problem. And then I added some primary thin line border dazzle stickers in the yellow, just along the top and bottom edge. Oop, let's zoom out a little bit. And did that on the top and the bottom edge. There we go. And that's okay, Jeanette. And then I glued in the back of my card, I just sort of took one of these circles and used the scallop shape just for fun. And cut out a scallop from this little collection right in here, okay? We can just hold still for a minute. And then we've got this large circle. I used the second one from the largest right there. And then I made a little frame, and I wanted to share something with you on my frame. I cut the frame out of the same size scallop I used from this one and the same size circle I used from this one. And I just used the back side of this paper. And then I got so excited that I just glued it right over the opening there. And then I realized my frame hardly showed up at all. And that's because I hadn't inked the edges of my frame. It just sort of blended it right in there. And I was like, oh no, I've already glued it on there. What can I do? This is what I did. I just went ahead and took a little Post-it note. And some of the edges of these scallops weren't glued down so great because I just really worried about the inside edge. So some of these I could just tuck right in there. And I could just take a little dauber, okay? And these daubers are great. They come in little packs like this. And I just take my little brown ink and I just went around the edges there. And for those that were really glued firmly, I just went like this. And then I just positioned it like this. And I was able to just lightly ink the edge of that frame with it already glued on. So there's my little mistake. I wanted to show you how I kind of got out of that one. Happens all the time. So for the last card, I did a center step card that you saw in the opening. So I like to use the die cut cards that are already done. They are come out of the pack. There's 5 cards, 5 envelopes that come out white, folded, ready to go. But we also have the cutting die for those of you who have it fits the 6-inch wide Big Shot and Gemini Junior. So it'll fit pretty much any size machine. And it's just one great big piece of metal. It doesn't warp. It is really, really sturdy. And we did that instead of doing outline because we really want these to hold up. And they do. They're great. So I used that and then covered my card with, first of all, I just did a strip here and then a strip right here, 2 strips right there, inking the edges with the brown. And then just a really nice center piece there, a little rectangle. And the paper that I used for my little die cuts come from Hot Off the Presses Sunflower cardstock. There's some really nice shades of that yellow that's double-sided, and there's nice greens there as well. So let me show you how these little guys work. You want for every sunflower, there's 2 sizes of sunflower, but every one you want to die cut 2 flowers. And the centers, you want to use 2 little center pieces. And then what I did with my sunflowers is I just used Honey Pot. This is Water Reactive Dye ink by Spectrum Noir. I didn't use it for that purpose. I just like the color. So I just used one of my little daubers. And I'm just going to go around the edges just quickly like this. There we go. And then for the green leaves, I just went ahead and I used Spring Meadow. And for that, I just used the surface of the ink pad on each one of these different leaf shapes. You can see the tall ones right here. I'm using light green, and then I flip that light green over and it has this medium green, and I use that for the leaves. All right, now I've got a little foam tape on the back of these, and I'm just going to layer them so that they're offset. Offset meaning you want a petal between the petals on the bottom. You don't want everything aligned because you don't get this nice full look. Ready? These over here are not aligning as well. And I wonder if I used the back side. We just need to place them better. There we go. Right. And then we're going to take these little brown pieces right here. There's a brown on one side and tan on the other. And I'm just going to use the darker brown. And then I still inked it, even though it's dark brown, I still added a little roasted coffee on there. And then we're going to use our Cosmic Shimmer glue on the center. This one. That right there. And then the tiny little one, so cute, has a little bit of foam tape. And that just gets placed in the center. And then we've got our two little clusters. And then what I do is when I'm doing little clusters of flowers like this, I put a little foam tape on the back of the flowers and set those down first. And then I go ahead and ink all of my leaves, and then I just put a little glue on them and tuck them around the flowers. And because these are lifted slightly with foam tape, there's plenty of room to be able to move those leaves around. Added a little bit of that gingham ribbon, and then sweet little gold studs again. A good tip here is I went ahead and before I stamped my greeting, I went ahead and just placed these flowers without all the leaves, and I just sort of looked at where I wanted to have the greeting, and then I just lifted up those flowers and went ahead and stamped the greeting there, because if you stamp the greeting first, inevitably you're too low or you're over too far. So you want to make sure you know just where that placement wants to be before you glue all of this down. Okay? So thanks for joining me today, you guys. We have a great money saver on this collection. It's beautiful. Really encourage you to grab that. I don't think this is going to last long. I don't think she bought very many of these. So if you're looking for that money saver, it's on the right-hand side of your screen. And we also have all the products used down below the video. If you're watching us on YouTube, hey, give us a thumbs up. It helps people find our channel. And look below the video in the description box, and then you'll find a link to the Paper Wishes webisode page where I just talked about what you'll find there as far as the money saver. And hey, subscribe. We do 4 to 5 of these videos a week, and we don't want you to miss a thing. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.